Before I get into this video, I'd just like to really thank everyone who has been subscribing and commenting on my videos. It's like really amazing because when I started making videos back in July of last year, for about several months I had like only 7 subscribers. This has been like really insane and also really inspiring, so yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone. Another thing I just wanted to say quickly is I've been getting notifications for comments recently, but then when I click on them, they're not showing up on the YouTube comment page. And at first I thought maybe someone just deleted their comment, but then I noticed on the next video they commented again, and the same thing happened with their comment, and it was the same person. And then it also happened with another person on the new video. So I've heard other YouTubers talking about this before, and what I think is happening is like YouTubers for some reason deleting your comments. But I have been reading them, like I get notifications, well at least I get notifications with some of them, I don't know about all of them. But if you have been commenting, and like your comment just disappears into cyberspace or whatever, I'm not deleting any of them, so I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, like I think YouTube just deletes certain comments for some reason. Maybe it accidentally gets flagged as, I don't know why, because the comments are not spammy seeming at all, so I don't know what's happening. So with that being said, this video is going to be a little different from my recent content. So I don't know whether this will interest anyone else, but I guess I'm trying to like expand my content a little bit. I will still be making the corruption and Blightgate videos though as well. So I mentioned this briefly in another video, but one thing that has intrigued me is actually like there are a bunch of hidden sub-neighbourhoods in The Sims 2 that generate when you create neighbourhoods. I was wanting to figure out whether maybe I could get them to be visible or not. That won't be in this video, I might do a longer video later. I did read like somebody's game crashed while generating a neighbourhood, and it crashed during the pets part, and when they came back their neighbourhood hadn't been generated, but the pets sub-neighbourhood had been, and so they had this secret little pets neighbourhood there. But yeah, if I can figure out a way to sort of get those sub-neighbourhoods to display, I think that would be interesting. But in the meantime, I've been reading about the tutorial neighbourhood, because all of the tutorial parts of the game that come up when you click learn to play, they're actually, there's a neighbourhood they're all based in, and there's a way to get it to display as a normal neighbourhood. You have to change the name of the neighbourhood, because otherwise any neighbourhood named tutorial, I think, will have all of the tutorial scripting stuff, so like your Sims can't die, and there are a bunch of other things that are specific to the tutorial neighbourhoods. Actually makes me wonder if you could just make a generic neighbourhood, call it tutorial, and if that would happen, which I might try later just to see. I did like debate whether to make this actually a tutorial video on how to get the tutorial neighbourhood to display, which would have been appropriate really, because it's the tutorial neighbourhood. But there is a guide on the simswiki, and I guess if like enough people want a tutorial video, I could make one later. And yeah, I'll include a link to that in the description. So yeah, I've called it Hidden Tutorial. So the first time I loaded this neighbourhood a few days ago, there was actually a camera effect, like there was a fly-through of the neighbourhood, but I can't seem to get that to work again now when I reload it, so you can't see that. But yeah, so there are several lots. I'm not sure why these seem quite like dark. They have massive shadows on them, and I don't really know why that is. These are completely empty lots, and then you've got like the tutorial houses. I think that's it. I'm just like it's a little island. It reminds me of Tutorial Island in RuneScape. Like, why are tutorials always on islands? This won't make any sense unless you've played RuneScape. Also, this is completely random, but I've been rewatching Friends recently, and there is an episode where Joey is basically dressed like Tutorial Joe. Okay, so I'm just gonna like click on one of these households to like show you what happens. It basically functions very much like a normal neighbourhood now, instead of like an actual tutorial. So yeah, you've got Tutorial Joe and Tutorial Jane. This is a nice house, you know. I forgot what these houses looked like, because it's been a while since I've actually done the tutorial stuff. I remember years ago I like wanted to sort of extend the length of the tutorial, or the like extend what you could do in the tutorial. I think maybe I tried to have them have kids before in the tutorial, but I'm pretty sure that's not possible. So yeah. So this is pretty interesting in that sense, because it's like you can do all the normal neighborhood stuff in this version. So if I fast forward a bit, you'll notice, like, you know, Rod Humble comes by with the... Okay, don't normally age up at 9 AM, but apparently they do. Yeah, so like Rod Humble will come by with the PC, and I don't know what townies are in this neighbourhood or anything like that, because I haven't actually checked yet, so I'm gonna see that as well in this video. And there's another thing I want to show you in a minute that's quite weird, but that's not on this lot. I don't know if like their clones are gonna come by as part of the welcome wagon. They're actually married, yeah. Oh! You know, I don't remember looking at this before. I assume this is in the tutorial as well. Huh. So, that's interesting. So they actually have an entire family tree. Now I have to know now what happens if you resurrect. What happens if you resurrect the tutorial family tree? Is it even possible? It probably isn't. I bet they don't have character data. So the welcome wagon is coming around, and oh my god. Yeah, it's all of the Joes from the other houses and the Jane. I don't remember the stages of the tutorial too. There are two where they're a couple. I think maybe in one, perhaps the point is getting... I don't know if they're married in both of them. I really should have played the original tutorial before making this video, to be honest, so that I could remember stuff, but I just kind of launched in with no plan. Let's greet all of the Joes and Janes. Okay, so I just have to try this. I'm 99% sure this won't work. I'm pretty sure none of them would have character data because, you know, yeah. As I thought. I think there's a way of like resurrecting Sims using Simp if they don't have character data, but I think it basically involves just cloning their appearance, so they're not technically, you know, resurrected. Yeah. So there is no way to get at their family tree. But I think we can probably add these Sims. Which one is she married to, though? Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. He has a family tree, but this one doesn't, and I wonder if there's like part of this tutorial that introduces you to family trees where it wasn't relevant before, so they didn't include them. So just started making food. Ah. So somebody greet him. So there's like a townie. I don't know if I recognise this one or not. It's not a Pleasantview townie, right? I haven't generated any downtown, any sub-neighbourhoods in this neighbourhood at the moment, so... Ooh. That's weird. Can't click townies here. There are NPCs. Kome Carlson. I wonder who these people are. Who's like Jennifer Langerick? Oh. Okay, well she was a witch. He's a policeman. Probably shouldn't be adding all of the... Oh, where's Tosha go? So she's here. Oh no, it's a different Tosha go. Right. I think this neighbourhood has generated no townies at all, but it does have like a bunch of the NPCs. And it also has... Who are these people? Grimalkin? Buffy? Grimalkin is such a fantasy name. Okay. Oh, okay, it's a dog. That makes more sense, I guess. Some of the dogs do seem to have names a bit like that. I didn't know this, but apparently Grimalkin is actually like an old word for a cat, so that's kind of ironic because Grimalkin is a dog. Gretchen Chin. That name's familiar too. A lot of the like townies that generate in the game will have the same name as like another townie somewhere else. So the nice witch has gotten into a fight with the with Tosha Go, and what? I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention. This escalated very quickly. Okay. What the heck? She's supposed to be a nice witch. Well, a good witch. So getting into fights is like not character appropriate. He's not a fan of Jane's piano. I don't even know which Jane that is. I've completely like, which Jane is which. Oh, someone collected some butterflies. Yeah, I've just left free will on, so all kind of crazy things are happening. What the... Wow. Who's Joanne Riemann? You see, I feel like some of these are townies, but technically it does say that no townies generate in this neighbourhood, but maybe they... I don't know. I mean, they're not showing up, but there are a bunch of them anyway. Oh my god, she is like persistent. I don't know. Maybe it's all the blue sparkles. Just like, this is a fire hazard. You need to turn off your sparkles. You're gonna burn down the house. There is no music coming out of this now. He's very enthusiastically playing, but there's just silence. One thing I find interesting is that some of these Sims also have different personalities. For some reason, these Joes all have different personalities from each other. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because they like noted it down somewhere and forgot, or maybe there was a reason they needed to give them different personalities for gameplay, but I doubt it. I think it's probably just like they forgot what personality he was supposed to have or something. So he wants to become a criminal mastermind. No, they all have different lifetime ones. This Joe is a criminal. So yeah, as I mentioned, these lots are just basically empty lots. There's a weird shadow effect on whichever lot you're not on, but it's not that interesting to see really. But this lot is quite interesting because it looks like an empty lot in the neighbourhood view because the image is like broken for some reason, and so it doesn't show up there. But if you load the lot, there are, for some reason, like a bunch of little houses built on this lot. And yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose of this particular lot was. I don't think it shows up in the tutorial at any point. It's just, yeah, it's pretty interesting, though. There's just a bunch of these houses, and I guess they were messing around with floor textures and stuff like that. You've got, like, a little lot here. I kind of like the colours there. You've got this lot, which is very garish, actually. I like this one. This is like a little loft. Has a little loft area here. It looks kind of like, I don't know, maybe the Caliente, like a house sort of styled like the area where the Caliente family live and Don Lothario live in Pleasantview. Also kind of looks like that one apartment life apartment. Although it also kind of looks like something that would fit in Strangetown, I think, especially with the like the black roof and the white wall texture. There's actually no texture on this wall. I've just realised that's drywall. But yeah, it's a very odd lot. I don't know why the Neighbourhood thumbnail doesn't work, and I don't really know why this is here at all. Obviously this wasn't really intended to ever be looked at, because the tutorial Neighbourhood isn't meant to be accessed, but you can do it by cloning it, and yeah, it's odd. You've also got this little piece of road here, but then it just sort of cuts off, which is also interesting. And then this field. I mentioned before in the video, I think, that if you name another Neighbourhood tutorial, it will have all of the tutorial programming, and you'll basically be unable to save the game, and it will have, like, all of the tutorial features that are associated with the tutorial Neighbourhood usually. So I'm curious about this. Is supposedly a glitch, I think, not by design. I don't know why this happens, but I'm gonna like see if this still happens and like test it out, because I'm just curious what will happen. So I'm gonna make Pleasantview called tutorial, and oh wow, so that's not normal. So I think it's actually working. Welcome to tutorial. Wow. So I'm just gonna load the goth family, I guess, and see what happens. I don't know how this is going. There's like in-game scripted events for Pleasantview as well, and the goth household. So I haven't loaded this, I don't think, before. I don't think I've loaded this lot before. I think I reloaded the Neighbourhood before, so I think this is new. Huh. Oh no. Wait, I must have loaded this Neighbourhood before, which means I've already gone through the scripting events. That's why the house is empty as well, because I saved it so I could use it for, I didn't end up reloading this one, I guess. But you can see the story mode is not there, and there's also no option to save, and there's just like exit tutorial here. So if it goes to the tutorial menu, right, so it just brings this up. Okay. So I guess that just happens in every house you go into. I'm gonna load one that I haven't loaded before. I don't know, let's try the Pleasant house. I don't think I've loaded this one before. Who says, yeah. There is a way to actually mod these into the game, actually, which I'm kind of curious about. Like, I didn't do that for Lightgate, but I was thinking about it towards the end, but then I decided not to. What was that sound effect? Is that them? Were they not already... Okay. They made up quickly. Yeah, so I'm not sure what other features of the tutorial there usually are to kind of like experiment with. Most of the stuff is the same, I think. I don't know if there's like you've got, you know, the same buy mode stuff, I think. It's just that the story mode is greyed out and this interface is different, and you can't change the graphics options, which is interesting. So it's actually impossible to save, I guess, on this, and then you only have the exit tutorial option when this happens. Yeah, I don't know why they set it up this way, so that everything named tutorial would just have this effect, but yeah. So that's pretty interesting. What happens if I click part 1? Is it going to go to the actual tutorial neighborhood? The tutorial neighborhood I set up is also a copy, so it's not actually affecting the actual tutorial neighborhood. You can't actually make that one playable directly. I think it may have actually crashed, you know. It's not responding. Oh? Oh no, okay. There was a big lag there. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, so you have like these pop-ups on the actual tutorial which aren't in the other neighborhoods that you call tutorial, which is kind of a shame because I think that would be pretty funny. Like you enter the Pleasant household and then you just have welcome to tutorial Joe's house. But no, that part didn't come up. It just enables the basic interface. So yeah. But yeah, that would be interesting because then you could potentially create your own little custom tutorial. But there is a way to make like your own versions of those pop-ups that appear in the households. I don't know much about modding and everything, so I don't know how that's done, but I do know it's possible because I found that out not that long ago actually, so yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to end this video now. I know it's a little different to the content I've been making recently, but hopefully it will still have been interesting to people. My next video will be going back to Blightgate and exploring some more things with corruption and things like that. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.